In front of us is standing Mr. Gifford Howarth from the USA. Can you tell us what your role is on the WMC?
I've been involved with the jury for the show competition, both the show style and also core style, and then also the percussion ensemble competition.
And what's your role in the showman style? What caption do you judge?
The show band, I do music analysis, and then for the core style, I do music ensemble.
Can you tell us the difference between both captions?
There's a lot of similarities. Just that the style of the shows are very different. The core style being based off of the DCI Drum Corps International approach. So with that, with music ensemble, I'm just really focusing in on the integration of the musical elements, both percussion and winds, how it blend balance, timing aspects, quality of sound, all of that. And then with the musical analysis, which is in the show style, we're looking at all the similar things, plus we're integrating more of how it all works together and the overall musical production. So with the core style, we've got two gentlemen on the field who are also focusing in on music, so they are able to get really into the nuts and bolts of things. And with the show style, we're all up in the press box. So with the music analysis, I encompass all of that, both all the nuts and bolts, getting nit and picky, and then how it all works together.
Can you tell us something about acoustic in the top of the stands?
Yeah, this is a really nice acoustical stadium. I mean, I've judged in stadiums that hold close to 100,000 people before. I've judged in small little arenas and then everything in between. And this is real nice. I think the overhang that we have, one, it keeps us dry when it rains, so that's a bonus. And two, it actually acts as a nice little sound chamber in there. So the sound on a big kind of open stadium like this, a lot of the times the sound escapes up. Here it escapes up, but then it's getting caught. So we get a nice full body sound up there, which has been great.
And it's not like that some of the high registers are coming in louder than the lower registers?
Oh no, actually it's making it more evened it out. Because if you're in a big stadium where the sound can escape, then you can have a smaller group. Sometimes it's hard for them to project up, and then the bigger group can project up easier. This is actually balancing that out better.
Can you tell us something about your background?
Sure. I've been involved with the marching activity in the States for the past 15, 20 years. I'm a percussion specialist. I currently judge for Drum Corps International, and I judge for Bands of America, which is what we consider our national marching band circuit. And then I judge for WGI, Winter Guard International, their percussion, indoor percussion. So that takes place January through April in like basketball, hockey arenas, indoors, all strictly just percussion. So I'm involved with those three national adjudication circuits. And then I teach at a university in Pennsylvania, Bloomsburg University. I'm a percussion professor there and the marching band director at the university. And then I also work heavily with a lot of the percussion manufacturers. So I work with Yamaha. I'm a Yamaha performing artist and a clinician. I'm a Vic Firth artist and clinician for them, and Zildjian cymbals and Evans drumhead. So I've been fortunate enough to travel around the world doing events like this, but then also doing educational workshops throughout Asia and Europe and North America.
When you look to the differences in the Dutch activities and in the United States, like DCI, Bands of America, what is the biggest difference?
Biggest difference here, and it's actually a neat difference, is the variety of the instrumentation of the groups. In the States, when we judge drum corps, every single group has the exact same wind instrumentation. There are going to be some varieties in the percussion instrumentation, but They all have that marching brass kind of thing. Here, it's been interesting seeing, even in the core style, seeing the groups that have, you know, woodwind instruments integrated in with the core style, competing right next to a group that is all just brass. And then with the show style, it's been neat seeing the percussion and flute only, the percussion only, you know, the lyres and drums, you know, wind, you know, brass and percussion, the integration. So it's actually been interesting as an adjudicator with those different mixed instrumentations, but putting all that together. So the variety has been great, and then the tradition. You know, seeing the more traditional bands versus the bands that are kind of the show bands that are kind of utilizing some of that core style idea, and then the traditional show bands that are staying strict to the concepts that they've been using. You could tell for 20, 30, 40 years, you know, for quite a while.
Thanks.
Yeah, thanks. All right.